Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and in this video we're going to be talking about the most comfortable basketball shoes that you can get right now. And of course, comfort is very subjective, but in my opinion there are two or three things, maybe two, but anyways, I'll tell you guys what's important to me. So first of all is the cushion. Now, I like to have a very soft cushion with a lot of compression just for comfort. And next, I want to have a very soft or plush, cozy material or upper. And that's pretty much it. You know, I guess fit isn't as important. Maybe like if it was a looser fit, it's not a huge deal. And when I'm playing ball, I want a very snug fit, but for something like casual use, I don't really need that. But I guess if you have a pretty snug fit and a very comfortable or cozy material, if it's a looser fit, you can't really feel it as much, right? But anyways, this is my list for most comfortable shoes. If you guys do want to get any of these shoes, I try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the Anta KT7. So the KT7, the material is pretty comfortable. It's not crazy cozy in the forefoot, it's more like just super thin. But once you get into the ankle area, there is a good amount of padding, which feels very nice, especially when you're walking around. And also the cushion is very soft. Although there is a good amount of caging, the foam right underneath your foot is pretty damn soft, and you can pretty much walk around all day in it. So it's not the most comfortable shoe on this list, but it gets both categories pretty much checked off, you know, like the cushion, comfortable, material, comfortable. It's just not the most comfortable cushion and not the most comfortable material. So there is the Anta KT7. Next, we got the Puma MB1. So the MB1, the material also is pretty damn comfortable. We got the mono mesh in the forefoot. It's a little bit cozier than the KT7. The KT7 is more just like super thin, so that feels nice. And then in the ankle area as well as the tongue, there is a good amount of padding, which makes the shoe overall feel very cozy. The cushion, I would say, is pretty damn soft as well. I mean, the cage of course doesn't allow for as much compressions, which definitely does suck, but the step-in comfort is pretty comfortable and the overall shoe is very comfortable. Next, we got the Nike Kyrie 8. So the Kyrie 8 is extremely comfortable. I really like wearing that shoe casually. So in the forefoot, we have a very thin material, but it's super soft and it conforms to your foot very well, which I like. There's not a whole lot of shoes where there's a lot of padding in like the forefoot material. Just, I guess that makes sense, right? But anyways, in the ankle area as well as the tongue is super plush. I don't think I've ever seen a tongue as plush as the Kyrie 8. Like this, maybe the Zoom Freak 2, but also the Kyrie 8 is like thicker than the Zoom Freak 2 like tongue. But anyways, yeah, the tongue very plush. Ankle area very plush, and of course the cushion, we got the forefoot zoom strobel unit, and then there is a heel zoom unit which I can't really feel, and also the foam isn't as soft as I guess like the MB1 or the KT7, but the zoom strobel unit in the forefoot is super comfortable. So the Kyrie 8, I would say, it's a very comfortable shoe. Next, we got the Zoom GT Run. Pretty much the same kind of like situation as the Kyrie 8, but not as comfortable of an upper. So the upper is very thin. It's almost kind of like a screen mesh. It's really thin. There's no padding really at all in the entire upper. So I mean, if you think that like a very thin material is more comfortable, then of course, then by all means get the GT Run. But in my opinion, I kind of like to have a little bit more padding in the upper, you know. By the way, we have that Zoom strobel unit in the forefoot, which has a lot of compression, and also of course the React foam is softer in the heel than the Kyrie 8. So overall, I would say the GT Run is more comfortable for the cushion, but the Kyrie 8 has a more comfortable upper. Next, we got the Zoom GT Jump, which I would say is probably my pick for the most comfortable shoe that you can get on this entire list, because the cushion is absolutely insane. The full length Zoom strobel unit gives you great compression, very soft. It can get a little annoying if you're walking around in it a lot, but for the most part, if you're walking around, it's gonna be super comfortable. You'll also have that double stacked kind of like bottom loaded zoom units in the heel as well as in the forefoot, which also allows for way more compression than if it was just like a full-length Zoom strobel unit, right? So the cushion is extremely comfortable, and then the upper also is very comfortable. It's like there's not a crazy amount of padding, especially comparing to like the MB1 or the Kyrie 8, but it's still super comfortable. It's thin, it conforms to your foot extremely well. There is a little bit of padding in the ankle area, but it's not like super cozy. And next, we got the Zoom GT Cut. The Zoom GT Cut, I would say the material isn't super comfortable. I mean, it conforms to your foot somewhat well, and there's not a whole lot of padding in the material either. The only reason it's on this list is just because of the cushion. The full-length Zoom stroll unit is super comfortable, and you got that drop and react as well. So basically any shoe that has a full-length Zoom stroll unit is gonna make this list just because I think it's super comfortable. And of course, you got the Jordan 36. The Jordan 36 is also on this list. The material on the Jordan 36 is super thin and it conforms to your foot very, very well, which I guess in a way is comfortable. But like I said, I like to have a little bit more kind of like foam in the material to for me to consider it like super comfortable. But like I said, if you want a thinner material, then the Jordan 36 has a great upper. But of course, the Jordan 36 has that full-length Zoom stroll unit, which is super comfortable, and the foam has a little bit of compression as well. But next, we got the KD14, which I think is probably the most comfortable shoe on this list underneath the Zoom GT Jump. So the material is super thin, it conforms to your foot very, very well. There is a good amount of padding in the ankle area as well as on the tongue, so that feels very nice as well. And then we got that full-length Zoom stroll unit and the full-length Cushlon, which makes it even softer. There's a good amount of compression as well. So the KD14, I feel like you can just walk around in all day and just be super comfortable, and your feet aren't gonna hurt pretty much at all. Next, we got the Adidas Dame 8, and that cushioning setup is super comfortable. The Bounce Pro, there's a good amount of compression. It's super soft. Step-in comfort also is pretty damn nice. So the cushion, I really, really like. For basketball, it's a little too much, but if you're just casually walking around, it's super freaking comfortable. And the upper has a little bit of foam, which makes the overall material feel pretty damn cozy on your foot. So overall, the Dame 8 is a very, very comfortable shoe. And last but not least is the Jordan Zion 1. And the Zion 1 is not on Nike.com anymore. Like, I just checked, it's not on there, but I'm just gonna include it on this list, I guess. The full-length Air Strobo unit is super comfortable. I really, really like it. And that's pretty much it. The upper is super thin and it conforms to your foot very well, so there's that, but there's not a whole lot of padding on the tongue. There's really actually no padding on the tongue, and in the ankle area there's not a whole lot either. It's just the cushion is super duper comfortable, so that's why I'm adding it on this list. But like I said, in my opinion, the most comfortable shoe on this list is the Zoom GT Jump, and then the second one is the Nike KD14, and they're both very, very nice shoes to play in. But anyways, that about concludes this video. Again, if you guys do want to get any of these shoes, I try to leave a link in the description box. Tell us your top 5 most comfortable ball shoes down in the comment section below if you do disagree with my list. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.